Welcome to another episode of the Sports That Podcast with Joey Alfieri and Simon Tsalikis. We're with you for the next few minutes here, breaking down all things Montreal Canadiens, Canadiens de Montréal, Simon Tsalikis. And today I want to talk a little bit about another team, but in relation to the Montreal Canadiens, regarding a player who Montreal Canadiens fans, including yourself, Simon, might be familiar with. Yesterday we talked about, is Oliver Kapanen 2C? You said maybe. I said I think he can get there. What I'm asking you is for this year, do you feel like the Montreal Canadiens need to add a center iceman? Even if it's not a clear-cut 2C, do you want them to add a center iceman to, I know Kirby Dach's coming back. You can't really bank on that.
He can also play wing if he does come back.
Yeah,
it's not like he walks into that spot and takes it.
But if you trade for a center, somebody who can play top nine, or even, the fourth-line center, you bump Joe Veleno. Joe Veleno could move to wing, or Joe Veleno becomes your 13th forward.
At 3, right?
Evans at 3 or Evans at 4.
Okay.
So I've got a name for you.
Yes.
Just because it was out there late last week with Frank Saravalli.
87.
No, not 87. I think that ship may have sailed.
Okay.
If it was even a ship at all. But no, there's a player that, the way it ended was kind of interesting, and the way that it's turned has kind of gone interesting as well. I'm curious because Frank Saravalli mentioned this. I'm curious if you would be open to a reunion with former number 24, Phillip Danault.
Oh, I thought Chris Chelios.
Chris Chelios might still be playing somewhere. I don't know. Yeah,
maybe in the Bundesliga.
Can I give you the parameters of the acquisition? Can I give you like what you're getting before you make your decision?
I made up my mind, but go ahead.
You've already made up your mind.
Go ahead.
Well, okay. I might convince you differently. So we're in year 5 of a 6-year deal for Phillip.
So one more
Danault.
year after this.
One more year after this at $5.5 million. With where the cap is going,
that's not the problem.
That's not the problem. He's 32 years old, going to be 33 in February.
He's not old.
He's not an old player. We're looking at
healthy,
relatively. Hasn't really missed a ton of time, especially since Los Angeles. He played 79, 82, 78, 80, 28. So he's been
salt water.
Very healthy. I would be healthy too if I was out there.
Uh-huh.
5 assists.
5 assists. Last week?
Nope.
Oh, 5 assists?
In 28 games. You want to know how many goals?
I know how many goals.
Same as you, me, and Sam.
Yeah, it's not good.
Not good. So my question to you is, how do you feel about Nick Suzuki, Oliver Kapanen, Phillip Danault, Jake Evans? 1, 2, 3, 4. Would you get it done? Would you be open-minded to it? And don't tell me it depends what the return is. The return is reasonable. The return is it's a good trade for both sides. Yeah, so it hurts a little bit.
It's not Slav who's leaving.
No.
Okay. No. So my answer is no merci.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just listen. I think Joey, we all like to play general manager, right? So let me just envision myself as playing general manager right now when it comes to Phillip Danault.
Cool.
And I think whether it's your favorite hockey team, your favorite basketball team, whatever team you follow, when there are players that have hit the wall and there is no going past that wall.
Right.
And I think with Phillip Danault, I think the offensive game is gone. And what he can do here is play the third line center.
Well, he had 40 points last year. He had 43 points last year. He had 8 goals.
Yes.
But he had 43 points.
His first year,
the production has gone down every year.
As best
for the last 3 years. From a point total, it was 2 years ago. From a goal standpoint, his first year in LA, he had 27 goals and 51 points. Yeah. The following year, he had 18 goals, 54 points. The year after that, in 23-24, he had 17 goals, 47 points. Last year, it took a dip. It went 8 goals, so cut by more than half the goal production. But the assists went up a little bit, so he had 43 points. So this year...
Those are nice numbers.
Those are solid numbers.
Those are nice numbers.
This year is tough. This year, there's no doubt about it.
That's what I got to concern myself about. Joey, if he had no more tenure left on his deal, bring him on. Professional depth. Even if you get into the playoffs, he becomes one of those black aces, whatever, and he never plays a minute.
I think he's more than that.
I think he's more than that, but I'm just saying, okay, Joe Veleno becomes your black ace. That's good. It's NHLers, not guys from the American Hockey League. You're asking them to step outside of their comfort level. So my concern is this. If you're giving up nothing, sure, it's an NHL
It's not
buddy.
nothing. It's not nothing. But you're giving up something that, that's worth something, for sure.
I just don't know on a team that I don't think is getting enough production from their bottom six. And I don't expect anybody to come here and play center and save their bottom six. I don't think he helps offensively. I think the foot speed is I've watched the Kings play a couple of times this year. I don't know if his foot speed meshes when you get a guy like Newhook back in the lineup and maybe he's playing with him. I don't know. If he was having a decent year, yes, but it's not a good year. I don't think that's a trend. I think this is where he's probably going at this point in his career, becoming more of a role player. If the price is nice, but I think you could say that for anybody. But if I don't know what he can bring to the table. Penalty killing?
For sure.
Penalty killing?
Yeah. Face-offs? For sure.
Yeah. I live face-offs.
He's never going to be the off. He was never the offensive line.
Yes.
Like when they were here, we talked about this yesterday. But when he was here, I mean, it was just a really nice chemistry.
I'm content
with
the lineup and the ability to go in a different direction.
But
now, if we're having this podcast in March,
we're talking about the other night. We're talking about how the second period is always a problem. You roll out another responsible center like Phillip Danault. I mean, I'm just
acquiring
saying,
Phillip Danault to take care of my second period.
No, but that's not why. But that's not what I'm saying.
Joey,
that's not what I'm saying.
It's a
Simon.
body.
I'm saying it's another guy that knows how to play.
I get it.
The full length of the ice.
I don't take that away
I would
from him.
do it.
I don't think the foot speed is there. I don't know what he can bring offensively. You're talking about a face-off. Sure, I think it matters. Now, my biggest concern is, see, if you tell me it's for nothing or this and that, like I said,
second round pick and a good prospect.
Nah, that's okay. Sure, okay, all right.
Simon, centers. There's none.
I get it.
There's none. But the Kings are throwing it out there that they're putting Phil Danault on the market. They're third in their division.
Is
they're
that
a playoff
shackling
spot.
me from getting anybody else?
No.
You sure? Well,
What?
I don't know. There's another deal to be had by other centers that may be better?
Simon, you have Brendan Gallagher expiring. You have Line expiring. You have Anderson expiring.
I'm not even talking about. I'm not worried about.
Do whatever you want.
I'm not even talking about next year. You can buy him out. I'm sure there's a million things
Simon,
you can do.
Put Jared Davidson down. You put. You can put. What else do they have right now? Jared Davidson goes down. Veleno goes down. Xhekaj is already down. Veleno is a healthy scratch. I mean, who's to say everybody's going to be healthy with the way that they've been hit? You know what I mean?
That.
Like, I don't think one more year of this is going to be crazy.
I don't think it's terrible, but I'd like the mind and the resources to go for something.
But there's none. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But there isn't.
It's just the price that you're willing to pay for that. There's players that are
like
available. I don't know. We said a million names. Ryan O'Reilly, Nazem Kadri.
I know,
these
but
guys.
you see the asking price on those guys?
That's what the asking price is today. I don't know if it's going to continue like that. I just don't know. I don't know if Phil Danault moves the needle. The one place you got me is, can he help on the penalty kill? He's not going to be he sure as hell shouldn't be detrimental to your penalty kill. My concern is the foot speed, the lack of foot speed, the guys that you throw out there with him. Can he get them? You know, I don't want this bottom six, Joey, to just. The guys on the top six are nice, but it can't be an incredible drop off and just go, okay, we're so comfortable with our top six.
But it's less of a drop off if you have Danault, I feel.
I don't know.
Take out Veleno, put in Phil Danault.
I'm not.
Veleno's
not my third line guy.
No, but he's not a third line guy. But I'm saying you're taking Joe Veleno out.
Newhook, those guys will make up those.
We're looking 4 months.
Doc,
end of December, maybe.
I get it. Listen,
and it's also capping and insurance. I know I came on here and I said I think he can be the 2 center, but the schedule is a grind, man. They're playing a bunch of back-to-backs this month.
Yeah.
With the Olympics coming, I mean, you don't know if his play is going to drop off.
Joey, but
me too, Simon.
But then at that point you could just rattle off 50 names. You're gonna just take anybody just for the sake of taking anybody.
You know what my thing is in the Danault case, because I think on paper, to me, I would make the move. You know, I would make the move with 1 year left on the deal. If his play has dipped to that point where it's 5 assists,
drop a second round pick to him and move him out.
Just keep him there. Let him be your 13th forward at $5.5 million. I mean, they've had guys. You know, Brendan Gallagher is at $6 million and he hasn't been overly productive.
Yes.
You know, Josh Anderson, I like him, but he hasn't produced a ton of offense. So I mean, you carry him for 1 more year. To me, I think the thing that you need to be looking at is it's a good Chinook. Helped the team get to a Stanley Cup final. It was a big part of a team that got to a Stanley Cup final. That bolted. Did he bolt because of the GM at the time, who ironically is now in Los Angeles with him? Did he bolt because he didn't want to deal with this anymore? The weather, taxes. I mean, he went to LA, so it's
Whatever,
it is what it
scrutiny or
is.
whatever, yeah.
But just being under the radar, you can't go to grocery shopping, or your family's under the microscope.
Well,
Is it that?
a little bit different now because I cannot speak on Phillip, the man. If you were to get traded here at the deadline or in February around the Olympics or whenever they may be, he's not bringing the family over. He's not
another year left.
He's not looking. He's looking for a rental somewhere. His kids are probably in school. I don't even know. I'm guessing that his kids are in school. They're not going to uproot a family for
But
1
depends
year.
what the plan is. If the plan is to, hey, we're coming back to Quebec after we're
Forever.
done playing.
No, I don't know. How'd that look for Pat Brisson and Luc Robitaille? They left Quebec a long time ago.
I understand, but
Yeah. Look, again, I'm looking for a bigger fish. Not an overly massive. Like, I just like to see something a little bit more foot speed, playmaking
Ryan
skills.
O'Reilly's out.
No, I was never. But I was never on the Ryan
No, but I
O'Reilly.
mean, for any prey, I mean, there's no foot speed there.
not for a top prospect and a first round pick. Is he detrimental? No. Does he move the needle for me? He doesn't. Yep. Oh. Maybe
it depends. I'm not saying that I'm going to go out there and I'm going -20. I'm celebrating without a shirt.
No,
outside.
I get that, but
I'm just telling you. To me, if the centers went through four, is
the
that
bottom
I'm like,
six struggle for goals is for
But
real.
Simon, it's a bottom six, man.
I know,
At the
Joey,
end of
but
the
if
day,
you want to
Simon,
compete for a playoff spot, you want to be better than the next guy, is you got to start getting more production from that bottom
I think
six.
you're
Brendan
better.
Gallagher's goal total's not good. Josh Anderson's goal total not good. Jake Evans' goal total's not
there's
good.
nobody you're going out and getting that's going to do that. I just don't think at the price that the
you might be
centers
right.
cost you, I don't
But
think you're going to do
I
that.
like to
to
see
me, you have to have an honest before you make
then
this
roll
deal.
roll out the four you,
You
have
have
now.
you have to make sure that the guy wants to come back home. First of all, you got to make sure
You got to be.
he's still left, Simon.
I understand that.
But what was it? I don't know.
Speaking
was
out
it
of-
was
we
it
don't-
Bergevin thinking that this is a guy from here who's going to take a discount to be here?
A couple of things.
And then he didn't.
Pat Brisson, Luc Robitaille tell him we're giving you more money and you get to play in LA. Like, you've been to LA,
Yeah, but in hindsight,
It's nice.
In hindsight,
especially if
the
you're making
Canadiens should have made that deal.
100%.
6 years, 5.5. Canes should have made that deal.
If you forget, let's say the production would have stopped this year as a Hab, you would have got 3 really quality years of Nick Suzuki, not chasing Austin Matthews, Sasha Barkov, Braden Point, Steven Stamkos, and everybody else in this division. Dylan Larkin, not chasing all these guys around. He would have done definitely some of the heavy lifting. When I'm looking for a little bit more offense.
You want sexy? I get it. I know it's
not overly sexy, but
I get it. But you're not trade deadlining. I don't think you're trade deadlining sexy. I don't think that's what it's
a
going to
little
be.
bit more offense.
I get it. I just don't think it's going to be that. Ideally, I'm with you. Yes,
5 assists in
1,000%.
25 games.
28.
Should it be? Can't be that hard to find more offense than that, Joey.
Right, but I think there might be more. Without having seen LA a ton, I think that there's more there. And I think if he slots Jake Evans down to the 4C and he becomes 3C, and you got to pay him $5.5 million next year to be a solid veteran bottom 6 player, I think I'm okay with that. I'm gonna hope that he can do some of the heavy lifting just in case something happens. Kapanen just drops off a little bit. You have a guy there who pretty much plays that role. I mean, we did the podcast yesterday, compared them to each other.
Yes.
And so I think there's a lot of similarities there in the way that they process the game. We'll see if Kapanen ever gets to be a 50-point guy or 27-goal guy, which he did once, Danault.
Yeah.
But to me, I don't know. I think there's worse deals to be made than going out and getting Phillip Danault, again, at a reasonable price.
There are worse deals to be made. I will definitely give you that. I'm not going big game hunting, but I am looking for something to get that bottom 6 going. Look,
What do you think of the Kiefer Sherwood talk then
Yeah,
on that
I like that.
line? But it's that right now, reportedly, reports are what they are, and obviously GMs are trying to drive prices.
What about the
first round
defenseman in
pick?
Vancouver that wants to get moved? That might be
Quinn Hughes?
Yeah, no, was there room for him?
You can't. You already have a small guy playing
Okay,
defense.
yeah.
I don't think you can
all
have
of them.
two. I don't think you
Take
can
all
have
the
two.
small guys who play like that. No,
But did you hear Quinn Hughes this week?
I didn't hear.
There
from
was
it.
on,
No.
on the weekend. There was I think Elliot Friedman was obviously one of the best in the business,
Yeah.
one of the best at what he does in any sport. He basically said like there was a conversation that was had between Vancouver and New Jersey, something along those lines. And then they asked Quinn Hughes about it on, I think it was the Saturday night. Said like, "Hey, Elliot Friedman said this, this, and this," and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know if the Vancouver had a conversation with Fitzy, I'm out on the like." He's talking about Tom Fitzgerald. He's calling Tom Fitzgerald Fitzy. Like that. That's not going to quiet rumors down.
No. You shouldn't know the other general manager's nickname.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Your brothers are there, but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah, I'm sure he's met him. You're right. During
But
whatever.
still.
Yeah. Look, yeah. So if he's
I don't think
available,
Quinn
I
Hughes
move on
happened.
him. Yes.
But Kiefer Sherwood, you're looking for bottom six. I don't know if the numbers are sustainable.
Again, the shooting percentage, I just saw it a couple of days ago, was
it's
off the charts.
insane. And
Yes.
plus, he's
But
a
that's-
forechecker and a half. Like the
But that's
guy
what
who
I'm
hits
looking
everything
for.
that moves.
That's why I'm yes, there, yes, yes.
You're willing to pay the price for that?
I don't know what the price is. I'm willing to pay more
First
of a price.
plus?
I don't care about the firsts anymore. The first is going to be 20, 21, 22, 23, and hopefully to the hockey gods,
He's got 12 goals in 29 games, this guy,
is
man.
the 32nd pick or the 30th
Yeah.
or the 31st, you know? Listen, there's young players in the system. There's supposed to be some blue chip prospects in the system when it comes to Hage and the kid in Russia there. Like,
I do think you need to be careful, Simon. I know the cap is going up, but I think you need to be careful that you don't go on this crusade of trading two last year and you trade another one this
I get
year.
that.
I think
I
you
get
got.
it.
I think you need to be a little careful
I-
with that.
100%.
It all depends
I
how
totally
much you
agree with
hit in the later rounds.
but that's a player that would interest me because I think there's clearly more offense there. Don't like what I see from the bottom six offensively. Now, not to be disrespectful to the bottom six,
Yeah.
you can have Kirby Doc, Alex Newhook, Patrick Laine, all be part of that. If they were healthy and playing, some of those guys are making up a bottom six who probably is more effective in scoring more goals than they are right now. So we'll leave it at that. I'm looking for a few more goals, looking for a little bit more offense.
Yep. Spoke to my parents yesterday. I'm going to make the smooth segue here before
Fantastic.
we wrap up.
They want Phillip Danault as well.
No, I didn't ask my mom if she was interested in bringing Phillip Danault back to Montreal. She doesn't. I don't think she cares. But I was on the phone with them. I went out with friends. Went to Baton Rouge.
Nice.
Went to Baton Rouge on the weekend. I could not be there, unfortunately. But Baton Rouge Vaudreuil, proud sponsor of the Sports Depth podcast. Asked my mom. I said, "Ma, is it ribs?" She goes, "Yeah, ribs." And terrific.
Terrific.
Dad, would you have burger? And terrific.
Love it.
They love it. It was phenomenal. They went with a nice group of people on the weekend.
I like
and,
that. They sit in the bar. The bar people, the Alfieris.
no,
Maybe back in the day.
no, not even booth.
Booth people.
Yeah,
Booth.
they had kids young. The Alfieris.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, relatively young. My mom
Okay.
was in her early 20s.
I'm a fan of sitting at the bar. That's
I
why.
thought you were gonna say I was a fan of having kids young.
No.
I didn't.
I don't even know how old I was. I can't remember.
I was 33.
Oh, that it's not overly old.
I mean,
Listen,
my
I think
mom
I
was,
I
my
had
dad
fir-
was 25.
My daughter at
26.
30, 32. Yeah. But yeah, listen, I'm a sucker for the ribs.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you one of my most favorite underrated things about the Baton Rouge and Vaudreuil?
spinach dip? It's not really underrated though.
No.
It's properly rated.
I'm a fan of the coleslaw, man. I know
Yeah.
it's just a small little ramen in
Yeah.
there, but man, they do good work with that coleslaw.
Cremers or
Cremers, always.
Oh, you prefer cremers?
I even tried to smuggle some out too.
I know,
so
you
the
said
next day
this
on
already.
the
That's
burgers
weird.
and the hot dogs.
That's weird.
I
like
Sam,
vinegar.
you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I like vinegar. I like the vinegary
Yeah, I
one
like it.
more than
good.
the cremers.
I'm a
to
fan
be
of the
honest.
cremers.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Good
perfect.
times. I'll be there next week. I believe the Habs are playing on a Tuesday.
Usually they do, Simon.
Yes.
Usually they do.
Well, sometimes they don't, but yes, I'll be
Most
there
of the
next
time they do.
Tuesday.
Okay.
Taking in the Habs
Good.
games.
Are you offering to pay anybody's
Sam.
meal? Is there
Just
Sam,
because
this
he's
guy?
not implying. You're implying.
No, not me. I'm saying like if a listener or viewer comes.
Yeah, send a message.
Okay,
We'll see what
send
we
a
can do.
message. Message us on Instagram. Saliki's going to pay for your ribs.
Woo.
Simon,
Yes,
always
sir.
a pleasure doing this, my friend.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's it for the Sports Step podcast. Thank you to Baton Rouge Vaudreuil for being a proud sponsor of the podcast. Can't wait to come by myself and visit. But we've got more Sports Step podcast coming up later in the week. We're going to have a great conversation with another former Montreal Canadiens first-round pick. Eric Chouinard was the 16th pick of the 1998 draft. When Louis LeBlanc last week told some good stories, I'm sure Eric is going to tell some phenomenal stories. That's coming in a couple of days' time. By the end of the week, we'll have a good conversation with Eric Chouinard. So make sure you're locked in. Subscribe via YouTube, or if you're a fan of listening on the audio platforms, we're on Apple Podcast and Spotify. Peace out, Tsalikis.
Yes, sir.